who have been specially flown from Australia to give us his experiences and share with us his knowledge about adventure. Fellow delegates, ladies and gentlemen, fellow mountaineers, what a privilege for me to be here on the 14th annual convention. I never thought when we started the association 25 years ago that I'll be again standing here as the president of the association and talking to you about what is the past or the future, how things are. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you something heart to heart. I want to talk to you. The association was started. I'm addressing this to the members of the association. Please listen to me very carefully. The association was started 25 years ago with a very clear purpose of solving the day-to-day problems with the government, with the authorities, with the army, with the home ministry, defense ministry, because most of the activities are taking place in the far-flung areas of the Himalayas. Things have changed in 25 years. We don't have to go to the government. Government is so nice, keen to us, whether you're Andrapradesh government or Madhya Pradesh or central government, they are all very keen to work together with us hands to hand. And we're working together. We have no problem. So the issue is not the problem today. The issue is how to expand the cake. How to increase what is happening is how to increase the business so that we all get enough business. What happened in the last 25 years, as I mentioned many times, but I don't mind repeating again to you, that when we started there were only 5 verticals, today there are 31 verticals within the adventure tourism industry itself. And when we started, we were only few of us, 10, 15, 20 agents. Today we are 50,000 agents. In a small town like Leh, there are more than 500 agents duly recognized by the Jammu and Kashmir government. Go to Uttarkashi, there are more than 110 travel agents in Uttarkashi town alone in this area. So huge, vast number of people are going. But in an unorganized sector, there is no control on them. They are working on their own tandem and so forth. Another very major change has taken place when we started our business. We never thought that this business could be a corporate business. This could be a huge business. We always said that this business is a very small business. It remained within the small area in terms that will be a business which will not go beyond 3, 4, 5, 10 people in a company. Today, we have a competition because of the internet age. You all know it, we're talking about it every day. This is an issue which we need to discuss among ourselves. Like companies in Bangalore, Hyderabad, companies in many places in Delhi, they handle thousands of people, just like they're walking to a station for trekking activities without keeping to any consideration of ecology, things, so many things. So it's a challenge for us to think, how do we solve this problem? So this is again, today we are here, we'll talk for the next 1 or 2 days about these problems. I think we must not shy away, but we must discuss and among ourselves and see what solution. There is a different way to look at it. One way to look at it, hey, doesn't matter. It's a competition. Let them work what they want to work. Second way is, no, we have a problem. Problem is, if you go take 1,000 people in a trekking trail in 30 days and 20 days, what will happen to the area? It's a pristine area, it's a clean area. It's for us to discuss and think, what should we do? I want to tell you that Honorable High Court of Uttarakhand, they stopped bugyals, stopped rafting. All this because of the people they found they were misusing or overusing the areas. So here your question is, how do we do this? What should we do? Even for the state like Andhra Pradesh, who are going to start, they're very lucky that they have no such issues like this. But if we're not careful, in another 5 years, 7 years, same thing will happen in Andhra Pradesh. Same will happen in any state. Because you can't stop the growth of industry. But we must do regularize it and see that we do follow the basic principle. The question is, are the principles available to us? We among ourselves have to think. This is an issue we need to discuss among ourselves. How do we go about it? Ladies and gentlemen, members of my association, when you next 2 days, you have time to think, time to talk, and give us a direction. Which direction we have to go to solve our issues and problems. Coming to the positive side, the association is doing very, very well. at our request, the Ministry of Tourism declared 2018 the year of Indian adventure. We did extremely well. We brought ATA, the Adventure Travel Association from. They came here. They were a very successful trip in Bhopal. We are having a part Adventure Travel Mart next February. I hope you will take advantage of it. They come into your own house. Take advantage of it. Join as a seller and meet them and talk to them. So we are creating a lot of business opportunities for you in the past, in the future. We'll do that, and I want you to take advantage of it. I also wish to speak to you on another very major issue is the skill development. We, for example, in Rishikesh, rafting is a huge challenge. People are taking the rafts without any guide, without any trained guide, without manpower. So the High Court stopped, and we have to intervene. We promised the government of Uttarakhand that we'll train 1,000 guides. I'm very happy to tell you that we train 200 guides, 8 batches of 30 each, 240 guides we train. And because of this commitment by the association to the Honorable High Court and to the Uttarakhand government, they were allowed to do rafting. We also did intervene in the Bugyal case. We also intervene in many things. We're all doing it because we know from our heart to heart that we need business, but with a sustainable method. So we need to discuss this another issue. So training is very essential for us. When you hire your own company, please ensure that your staff is trained. Please ensure that when you're using a sub-agent in a small town in a Leh or in Uttarkashi or anywhere, he's also trained. You cannot say, sorry, I've given a subcontract to X company or Y company and it's their headache. No, it's your problem. You have to solve it. You have to decide how to handle these situations. I'm very happy to tell you that we believe that women must take more part in it. That's why we welcome all the women members of the association today. It's the first time in the history of association that we have so many women who came and attended. It was a special request. I had requested our senior women members to be part of the convention committee, and I think what you're seeing it, I will give credit to the convention chair. He did a pretty good job. But I think the force behind that, the whole thing, is the women of our members, women who have been helping a lot. Thank you, all of you. Let's give a round of applause for all our women members who have come here. We also brought safety guidelines. The safety guidelines, which I have given a one copy to Mr. Meena, I handed it to him. I request the Andrapradesh government to accept these safety guidelines because it has been accepted by the central government, it is accepted by almost many state governments. Please accept it. It is not a static document, it's a dynamic document. It has been prepared by the experts, and we're always ready to change. Change is important. So if you accept it, it will be a great help to ensuring that the future generation who come here to become travel company, travel agencies, follow the very basic standard. Tomorrow, they cannot say, we don't know what to do. If the book is here, they say, okay, we'll follow it. And the book is on our website. You can download it. Any of you can download it. And if you feel, in your wisdom, that needs changes, please come to the association, and we promise you, we'll look at you and see what best can do. I also would like, I feel my duty if I don't say thank you to Mr. Meena, Mr. Himanshu Shuklaji, and all the Andhra Pradesh Tourism Department for inviting us over here. They have been wonderful support to us. When they were invited us in last September 2017 in Kerala, we were a little worried about it. Where do we go? What should we do? But they said, no, come. We'll give you our best support. I didn't realize at time that Andhra Pradesh has already produced 20 Everesters. And it's a huge, happy, good feeling for us that the government is doing, not only this, they're giving this opportunity to the tribal belt, which is absolutely great. I say I'm grateful to the Department of Tourism, Andhra Pradesh government for giving opportunity to these youngsters. And we in our part assure you that if any of them want a job, want a training, want any assistance and help, we will definitely hand over to them and give them all possible assistance from the association. I will say this way, if any of these 20 Everesters want to start a travel company in here, please believe that for next 3, 4, 5 years, we'll not charge them any registration fee, any money. They'll be our member without any any cost to us. I have promised to this. I hope I have the permission of my executive committee. I'm sure they will honor it, my words. I would like, ladies and gentlemen, to appreciate another point, and that is that risk mitigation and accident is inherent part of our business, and we cannot ignore it. We cannot ignore it. However, I was having a chat with the keynote speaker this morning, and he didn't agree with my points, but nevertheless, but besides is this, I said the difference between the adventure sport and adventure tourism is very thin line. Adventure sports mean you go and kill yourself, your own problem. But if you go with a tour operator like me, it is my problem. I cannot let you go, cannot jump. So anyway, this is a question which is a serious question to discuss. However, even person like my expedition also people sometimes have a casualties and a problem. So we as an association, as a member of the association, have a duty to see that we inform the authorities the accident took place. We must go through it, why they took place. It's not your fault. I'm not saying we do any case. We're just trying to see we don't do this mistake again ourselves if there's a mistake. So we have in this association a committee chaired by Vaibhav Kala. He is risk mitigation and action committee, and I urge all you to cooperate with him and see how collective body we can ensure that we make safe and comfortable and sustainable tour for our customers. With this word, I must say thank you once again to you. You have been wonderful, great, and I tell you, you are all super great. Thank you for coming here. Thank you.